And since the start of the pandemic, hundreds of LA Metro bus drivers have contracted COVID-19. And now a David Goldstein investigation finds some healthy drivers say their safety, possibly yours, is being compromised because they're being overworked.
Nearly 35% of all LA Metro bus drivers are out sick with COVID or other illnesses. And some of the ones still on the job tell me they're being ordered to work 6 days a week plus overtime, and they fear it's affecting their driving. You concerned about your safety and passenger safety?
Oh yeah, for sure.
This LA Metro bus driver is afraid to show her face, fearing repercussions for speaking out. She and other drivers I spoke with say they've been working 6 days a week for the past few months to cover for drivers out sick with COVID, and the long hours behind the wheel and on the road with other motorists like you and me are getting to them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because you're like half asleep sometimes, and you might miss a light, or somebody might jump into in front of the bus or something, and you gotta be reacting fast.
Metro says 800 bus operators are out right now due to COVID and unrelated absences. This notice we obtained tells bus operators on this day they have over 100 cancellations, asking if they can assist. But drivers say if they don't volunteer, they're ordered to work.
They tell you have to come into work tomorrow. So they don't ask, they tell you.
Should they be doing this?
Not for a prolonged period of time.
Robert Bergstresser is a nationally known expert on bus safety. He says drivers working 6 days is allowed according to federal and state laws, but if they're not accustomed to it, he says it could be dangerous.
Do you think this could lead to unsafe conditions on the road, accidents?
Certainly it could lead to accidents. It could lead to serious accidents. And that's simply because you're going to have drivers out there that cannot adjust to this kind of schedule and will become mentally fatigued and will make errors on the road.
And that mental and physical drain could lead them to be more susceptible to COVID, according to Dr. Mark Kerner.
Fatigue, from working those extra shifts, and probably sleep disruption. So all of those things will play into that immune response.
Metro responded saying they comply with DMV regulations, which limits drivers to 80 hours in an 8-day period. They admit some drivers are, as they say, selected to work a shift on their day off, but only if there are not enough volunteers, which is the case now. But some drivers say they're reaching a breaking point.
They're asking, for overtime, and we can't give no more.
Our bus safety expert says even though departments like Metro are complying with the law, they need to go further and see how the overtime is actually affecting the drivers. I'm David Goldstein, CBS 2 News.
And if you have a news tip for David, call 818-655-2442 or email goldsteininvestigates@cbs.com. And your story just might be the next David Goldstein investigation.